Good morning, Soapbox Nation. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thank you for joining me for episode 119 of Soapbox Daily. It is a Monday. Hey, happy Monday. I know some people are Monday people, some people are not Monday people. I don't know either or. I guess it really all depends on how my weekend went, whether or not I'm a Monday person. Sometimes I'm a Monday person, sometimes I'm not a Monday person. Sometimes I just wish the weekend would continue. You know, wondering why the lottery ticket didn't win. I wonder why I have to go to work. Wondering why the world is the way it is. But, you know, that's just another thing. It's another story. What are you going to do? But, you know, happy Monday. I'm happy you're here. Thank you very much for tuning in. And today, well, you know what? Here's the thing. Today, we're talking about something that I've just observed. And I think it's because it's the way the world is. And I'm kind of reminiscent of a song. And I'll get into that song in a second, but let me just give you today's topic. Here's today's topic. Today's topic is there such a thing as entertainment drowning? That's the topic for today. Is there such a thing as entertainment drowning? This is, and it'll make sense in a second. And I'll go back to that song. I'm kind of reminiscent about this song. I believe it was done by the boss, Bruce Springsteen. 99 channels and nothing on, something along those lines. I'm pretty sure some of you have actually heard that reference, that phrase, whether or not it's a song, whether or not it's just a cultural reference, a quote, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's true. It's that. It was way back before streaming that was said. 99 channels, nothing on. Now, wow. I mean, there's more and more streaming services being launched all the time. Every single production company or producer or this or that, anybody that could slap their name on a streaming service, they're going to, and they do. And there's tons of stuff, tons of networks. I mean, and so much content. And this is basically the question, is there such a thing as entertainment drowning? But before we get into that, hey, how's your integrity today? How was your integrity this weekend? Were you being the best you could be? Were you setting the positive example? Were you being the change the world needs? That's always the question I want to know, because I want to inspire you. Remember, it's a domino effect. You do good, you set the example for others, other people do good. That's what we need. That's what we need to change the world. We all got to make the positive change and evolve. Be the best we can be. Have integrity. Best foot forward, because that's the only way we're going to change things, folks. We all got to get on board. So, you know, remember, onwards and upwards. If you messed up on the weekend, it's Monday. It's a brand new week. Let's start off new. Put your best foot forward. Have some integrity. And again, integrity is doing the right thing when no one else is watching. So get the cameras out of your face. Just do what needs to be done. All right, so let's get into this streaming thing. And I think basically what I'm reminiscent of was back in the day when you couldn't find anything to watch. When I was a kid, it was just like, yeah, you'd go through the channels and there's nothing on. You'd have to go to the video store. You'd have to rent something you'd probably seen a few million times. Now it's almost like it's overkill. I mean, I have, I think, 4 streaming services? Sorry, my local internet provider, I actually get services from for regular local TV, but I also pay streaming services. You know, your Netflix and your Prime. I get Prime by default because of Amazon. Let's see, I pay for Disney. And don't get me wrong, Amazon and a lot of these services branch off into other services. So, like, I mean, I got Amazon Prime, which by default gives me the video streaming service. And then inside that, they try to sell me other services. So now I have the Amazon Prime, which is great. That only gets me through the front door. And then, of course, from there, they've sold me off on Stars for a while. And I bought the Stars package and then got rid of the Stars package, went to the Paramount package because there's something I wanted to watch on there. And then there's the MGM package. And there's all these other packages I could buy to watch certain content, because I'm not getting everything just because I pay for the one service. No, that's just getting me through the front door. Now there's all this other stuff. If you want to watch specifically, boom, there you go. But I find myself spending, and I don't know about yourself, but I mean, I spend half my time scrolling through all this content, stuff I've never seen before, but it's like I don't want to watch it. It doesn't look appealing. Don't like the cast. It's actually dubbed. I mean, all this stuff, but it's just overwhelming. It gets to the point where when you sit down and actually watch a movie or watch a TV show, you're just so drained by trying to find something to entertain yourself that you just give up. You go read a book or you do something else. It's probably a little more productive, but just overwhelming. I mean, there's hundreds upon hundreds. If I have to take account of how many shows I've started or TV series I've started, addicted. It's incredible. I think I have half a dozen on the go right now. I've started watching House. I've started watching Legends of Tomorrow. I've started watching, all these other series that I've just started watching, and I guess it just depends on my mood. I'll sit down, I'll watch it, boom. My wife and I have decided to get into watching Frasier because we finished watching all the seasons, the whole series of Cheers, which is great, which led into Frasier, which is great. But it just seems so overwhelming, just so much, and every single network is jumping on the bandwagon because they want their piece of the pie. But it's like, whoa, people. Come on, it's enough. I understand everybody wants their buck. Everybody wants to make their money, but so much. And I don't know, hey, how are you doing with the channel choices? Between Netflix and this and that, is it overwhelming for you as well? Me, my brain hurts sometimes when I think about it. Yeah, it's great to have choice, but there's just so much that you could do. So what you got to really do, and here's my advice to you closing on this one, is the fact is just figure out what works best for you. Figure out which platform makes sense to you. For most people, believe it or not, it's Netflix. But whatever platform works for you and seems to provide you with the most variety and of stuff that you like, go with it. Because believe it or not, there's a streaming service for any sort of women fancy and craving, I guess. Crave's another one, yeah. So there's all this stuff available, but you just have to figure out what works for you. And also look at your budget, because sometimes, yeah, it's a cheap price for one. Keep in mind, these add up. Yeah, sure. This service over here is only $9.99 a month. But then, oh, by the way, you have another service? Yeah, that's $12.99 a month. And over here is another $8.99 a month. And if you actually think about it, back in the day when cable was roughly about $40 a month, yeah, all your streaming services are probably adding up to double of that. Don't lose sight of that. Keep track of that as well, how much these services combine and end up adding up. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, share your feedback on that if you want over at Mad Soapbox on Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to hear some feedback. Do you find it's overwhelming? Do you find there's way too much? Do you find you're being entertainment drowned by all these streaming services? I'd like to hear from you on that one. Hey, and you know what? While you're sitting back today, and if you get a break or lunch hour or whatever, because of whatever you're doing, why don't you check out our new website for 2023? Yes, we made everything central. What new website's going to be? themadmorgan.com. themadmorgan.com. That's our central website where we're going to branch off to all our podcasts and shows and projects. Centrally located there because, there's a lot coming down the pipe, folks. So get excited. Get excited. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Check it out. themadmorgan.com. We're still kicking around a few things. So, bear with us as we get the final development in play. All right, I'm going to wrap this up for today. Hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Thank you very much for tuning in on this Monday. Appreciate you having you here. I hope you have an amazing Monday moving forward, and I will see you next episode.